What's happening, good people? It's your guy JPower, JPower DaHomie. You know, tapping in real quick, living to inspire, man. I'm here just to share some game with you. You know what I'm saying? On the topic of mama's boys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I know it's kind of different. We all familiar with the name or the term boys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's from music, whether it's from movies. However, we switching it up a little bit. Mama's boys in the hood. Because we just gonna call it what it is. I like to give these disclaimers anytime I'm sharing knowledge. Bro, please don't take it as me shooting no shot at nobody individually. However, shooting shots at what as a whole we've become collectively. And this video right here, you know what I'm saying, this gonna be more so for, you know, for the fellas, you know what I'm saying? Mama's boys in the hood. My intention here is to show you how strategically over time, a lot of our young black males, a lot of our so-called men, you know what I'm saying, have been like demoted and demasculated to becoming just grown boys. You see what I'm saying? So let's focus on this topic, boys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? A classic. Everybody know the John Singleton movie starring Ice Cube, Cuba Gooding Jr., Morris Chestnut, you know, Nia Long. Everybody know about the movie, the classic, you know, Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? Which really kind of sum up the life of young dudes in the inner city of South Central and just showing the day-to-day interactions of their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we reflect back on that movie and you think about it, what was going on throughout the movies? We got our iconic scenes, but let's pull back the curtain of entertainment and look at the real message, look at the real situation. Understand, when people shoot movies, make videos, they're intentional about everything that they record. Everything that's in your line of sight was put there for a reason. So let's kill all the entertainment and let's dive deep into it. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to be real, the type of activities that was going on, you already know what time it was. You see what I'm saying? Them boys, if I'm not mistaken, it was from the Rolling 60s Crips, so it's gang banging going on. Violence going on in the movie. You know, dudes snatching dudes' chains, getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? Dudes getting shot. You know what I'm saying? And drug sales going on in the movie. This typical stuff that we see in any hood anywhere in America. You see what I'm saying? So that's where we relate at, because we see that same type of activity outside. That's why I tell you, pull back the curtains. Now let's think about the characters in that movie. You see what I'm saying? And their life. You know, from us having our favorite character and what they were into all the way to the end of the movie when damn near everybody done died off and only a couple people actually made it out the hood. I gotta shine light on that, bro, because I really think that we done totally lost the desire to get out of the hood. The hood done been glorified so much. It's marketed to us so much in these movies and in these music videos and online, to where now we hold on to the hood with like a death grip. Somebody try to pull you out of it, you willing to attack and destroy them. It's like, damn, what happened? So we forget all the history that took place with our people, which put us in the mindset to say that we want out? Or did we forget the day-to-day struggles that we go through every day? You see what I'm saying? And fell in love with the place and the environment that has caused us so much pain. To where it's, oh, I love my hood. Once again, you talking to a former banger. You see what I'm saying? My hood was my God, and a real right reputation was my aspiration. Believe that. However, coming from that space, I understand it. You see what I'm saying? And as I grew in knowledge, I realized how much of a twisted mentality it was. The same thing that we were supposed to be getting out of to put ourselves in a better situation, to be able to provide a life and a future for our kids, we actually done, you know, grabbed it and hold on to it with a death grip, man. So all we do is continue our same struggle, go through the same pains, and pass those pains and traumas down to the next generation that come from us. Once again, we have to be intentional with our lives. You see what I'm saying? And not just become boys in the hood. So even with the boy in the hood analogy, you know, as you can see, I titled this video, Mama's Boys in the Hood. Because we done fell so deep that it ain't just about, you know, participating in the activities, you know, that go on in the hood. Now we talking about those who really don't understand manhood. You know what I'm saying? Those who really don't got no type of aspirations for their family and their people or their community. You know what I'm saying? Now they're participating in the activities that go on in the hood. It's one thing to have an individual who's saying like, hey man, listen, I know hustling is against the law. You see what I'm saying? But man, look, I'm out here trying to put some food on the table. My son about to go to college in 2 years. I got to have some money up. My little girl, she in dance now. I got to be able to pay her a admission fee. You see what I'm saying? We gotta get a new car because the old one done broke down. I understand how somebody decide that they want to do a little under the table work to get some funds in their pocket so that they can advance their life or advance the life of their children. I totally get that. You know what I'm saying? You put any living organism in an environment and give it limited resources, it's gonna do what it gotta do to survive. That's just what it is. Laws of survival of the fittest. However, I'm talking about now we talking about taking young boys who never was introduced to manhood, have no sense of accountability, responsibility, or obligations to commitment. You see what I'm saying? Every day is just about entertainment or instant gratification. So now we ask the question, dang homie, what you out here hustling for? Shit, boy, them new J's about to drop. What you out here hustling for? Boy, shit, me and the homies going up. We about to hit the club this weekend. We about to go down to Orange Crush in Georgia, bro. We about to do it up. So, bro, you mean to tell me we taking penitentiary chances to go have fun? What happened to the program? What happened to exhausting all resources to make sure we get out here one day? Or if I got to be the one to make the sacrifice to throw rocks at the penitentiary to do something, to be able to put funds in my pocket where I can actually help advance my little cousin, my little brother, or my children. What happened to all that? Man, I'm speaking on this stuff because I'm trying to show how, bro, we really done lost the vision. There's no real cause. You see what I'm saying? You dealing with a playground full of mood swings, a whole lot of selective politicking, and grown males, mama boys who don't have no clue about what they doing in life. When we have a real conversation like what we having right now, and you pull back that curtain of where they at mentally, you realize that this man playing Grand Theft Auto in his head. You see what I'm saying? You live in a video game reality trying to convince somebody that you about to come up in life. You see what I'm saying? Man, I had to learn this, bro. When I started putting myself in a position to get money, owning assets, I realized getting the money is just one part of it. You got to learn what you need to do to keep the money. And when it comes to keeping the money, you got to pay to play, homie. You got to pay to play. So my point is, if you don't really have a proper understanding of money, which is what they call financial literacy, bro, you ain't even going to be able to come up. Because money keeps moving. You can get $100,000 today. If you don't understand how to invest your money to keep more money coming in, guess what? With time, your $100,000 is going to swindle away. Because what do you know how to do with money? All you know how to do is spend it. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different mentality, not just with money, but stepping into manhood. Because if you're supposed to be the individual who's supposed to provide and protect, that means you got to have a mindset to manage things. You got to be able to manage your money, manage your time, manage your household and your life affairs. If you can't do that stuff, you're just a boy in the hood, homie. And that's what I'm trying to show, bro. We've, like, especially our young generation. I'm not throwing no shade at them. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but love for them. I understand their position because I come from it. But even they have to see. You have to see that you're being strategically played upon. Now, and it ain't your fault, you know, because we talking about a system that's been put in place decades before you were even born, bro. You see what I'm saying? But you don't have to fall victim to the same things that people before you fell victim to. You see what I'm saying? You can actually gain a little bit of information on how this stuff works and then execute it and put yourself in a better position. You see what I'm saying? I'm speaking from experience because I'm somebody who come from it. You see what I'm saying? 10 years in the penitentiary, active gang life, bro, you name it. You see what I'm saying? Coming from poverty, you name it. However, I just decided that I didn't want the lifestyle that I was raised in. I don't want poverty for me. I don't have children, but when I have them, I don't want poverty for them. So that means I got to do something. Man, we got iPhones, we got tablets, we got laptops. It's too much information out here. It's too many resources out here to get information for you to find out how to take yourself out of the position you in and put yourself in a better position. That's what a man would do. But a mama's boy in the hood would sit back and depend. You know, carry yourself like something magically gonna happen for you and just drop out of the sky with all these shoulda, woulda, couldas, or going to, and bro, you put no action behind the stuff you talking about. You just being lullabied to sleep. Mama's boys in the hood, bro. Once again, we gotta take a deeper look into seeing the message behind things like the movies Boy in the Hood. You pull that curtain back and you realize what these guys was doing all day. 10 guys hanging out on one dude mama's porch all day long. No motion. Catching a couple little servers here. What you gonna do with that besides put gas in your car and put some food in your stomach? You can't pay a bill with it, homie. No motion whatsoever. You just sustaining a life of poverty. Just keeping it going. One day at a time, headed nowhere real fast. Especially when you beefing with other hoods and dudes just coming through doing a big one. You see what I'm saying? You ain't doing enough facilitating the lifestyle of you getting smoked one day, you getting locked up one day. You see what I'm saying? Or putting your child or younger children who growing up around you who may be influenced by you. You ain't doing enough but setting the stage for them to take your position one day. You see what I'm saying? We got to put more purpose and be more intentional about what we doing with our lives, what we doing with our time, and what we doing with our money. You hear me talking about a system. True indeed, the system there and been there, but I'm not, you know, I'm shining light on the system so you can see it for what it is and not fall victim to the trap. But a large part of this stuff is you taking the initiative to do what you need to do. And that's what the big issue is, bro. Us not doing our part. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about it real quick, bro. In this society, bro, if after high school you ain't putting yourself in a position to have a good, at least a decent credit score, bro. If you ain't putting yourself in a position to actually make some, make multiple streams of income, because we're not living in a society no more where just off a job alone, you're going to be able to take care of all your living expenses and put back a substantial amount of money to save to be able to, you know, put yourself in a better position. Like, nah, we got to be for real about it, bro. And you got to understand, like, it's a lot of ways to make money. However, it's not so many different ways on how to keep and protect your money. There's ways to do it. And my point in saying that is you got to learn them to be able to do that. You know, like we got to step it up a notch, bro. I say that, you know, the world is changing around us, but we're not adapting to it. So it's only going to leave, you know, number one thing to happen to us. And that's for us to get left behind, just like the movie. You know what I'm saying? I pull your coattail because I'm trying to save you from the heartache that come with not being prepared for what's to come. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to think deeper about life. I think deep like this because if you don't know, growing up in prison from the ages of 16 to 25, my whole concept of manhood was shaped in what was really a battleground. So I understand the possibilities of what could happen. And I'm talking about worst case scenario. So with that being said, I'm like, look, well, let me in the position I'm in right now, go ahead and fortify, you know what I'm saying, and protect and secure my position just in case these things happen. Now, once again, I know this may be some deep level thinking for some people, but this is required for you to survive in this place, man. This is required. You know, the concept of getting money and even getting rich, it's not hard. It's fairly simple to understand. But it's about where you at in your life. What mentality do you have? Are you so hood that all you ever gonna be is a boy in the hood? You know what I'm saying? Are you so gangster that you ain't even willing to learn nothing, bro? You got a whole brain in your head and you ain't willing to learn nothing? These things you gotta think about, bro. For real, you really gotta put your best foot forward at creating a better life for yourself. But first, it's gonna come with you gaining the knowledge on how to, and then gaining the knowledge on what you need to do to shift your thinking a little bit. For those of us out in our 20s and our 30s and life just not seeming to get to the next level, that means you got some self-inventory to do. That means you got some studying to do. And don't get me wrong, when I'm saying studying, bro, I ain't saying you got to go to the state library and get 1,000 books and read all month long and all that. Man, look, y'all on this content all day long, bro. Listen, pull up something on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, how to do this. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be hard. It ain't gotta be hard at all. At the click of a button, we got access to all the knowledge we want. But it's like, man, what's priority to you? Because of changing your situation, getting out of the hood, providing a life for your kids was really priority to you, you'll be doing everything you gotta do every day you can do it. You see what I'm saying? For those of us who really want out, for those of us who got that mindset to want better, like this is what we own. And you can look at our lives and over time you can see the growth. You can see the advancement. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this stuff, it don't gotta be hard. I press this line because I want y'all to see, man, like, I come from it, bro. And if I can put myself in a better position to bring about a better life for myself and soon my family, bro, you can do it too, bro. You can do it too. But once again, back to this topic, boys in the hood. The idea is, man, true indeed, we born in it. We come from the hood. We come from the sex. We come from the banging. We come from the hustling. Okay. But, bro, you can't be using that as a measurement of manhood because that means nothing to your family. That means nothing to the future of your kids if you don't do nothing about it. All that, you know, like big boy parading that around like, you know, because you've been to this place or you come from this place, that don't make you nothing. I saw early on in the penitentiary, a lot of these cats be claiming this hoods, and I realized, man, it ain't the hood that make the individual, it's the individual that make a hood. It's so many dudes right here from this city that I'm in, bro, who big boy put on, but when they one-on-one, that ain't you, bro. But you claiming, you hiding behind the gaze of, oh, I'm from this hood. Like, man, you ain't hitting on nothing, bro. It's them few individuals who like that, who from your hood, that give it a name. So let's curve that. But even that, in a sense, is a whacked out mentality to have, where the hood is what make you. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a city that, you know, is actively practicing gentrification, and some of the most iconic, notorious hoods, you know what I'm saying, in this city, in the blink of an eye, is being wiped out. And a whole land development is being built to totally change everything we ever knew about that hood. So all the people who done died for that hood, you know what I'm saying, all the cats who done put in work and done hustled in that hood, all for nothing, because now you lost in history. And in that type of situation, you can see that real estate, assets, land developers, like, that trumps everything that you saying you believe in, you gangbang. It don't mean nothing when somebody can come, oh, I own this land, clear all that out, tear it all down. A year later, and we build a whole new land development. You gonna gun the next man down for saying F your hood. If F your hood was a thing, gentrification is it. F your hood. I don't care how many people done got shot from there. I don't care how many people you done shot for disrespecting it. I don't care how many cats you done got on for whacking out the hood. I don't care how many times you done ran skits because somebody came through. We don't care about none of that. And that just go to show you, bro, your little world is a fraction of how big of a world it is out here. Means nothing. So my point to you, if it really matters, you got to step out of that boys in the hood stage. You got to snap out of that. Because like we said, those who live in that life, I ain't doing that becoming mama's boys in the hood, bro. Because every time you in a serious situation that matter, hey, mom, I need to borrow some money. Hey, mom, hey, you can come bail me out. Hey, mom, you can call my lawyer. Because you realize at the end of the day, when shit hit the fan, you ain't got nothing but your mom if she's still alive. You never been taught how to take care of you. You never been taught how to be independent. You never been taught how to be a man. So you resort back to what children do. Mama. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Call for your mama.
This hood shit, bro, because to be honest, it ain't doing nothing but making us mama boys in the hood. You see what I'm saying? Another good movie, bro. Think about the movie Baby Boy. Once again, pull back the layers of entertainment and look at the underlying message. Here we go, got a grown man, he out of high school. At least in Boys in the Hood, they were still in school. You see what I'm saying? But we got a grown man, he out of high school. But you're living with your mama. You're depending on your baby mama. You see what I'm saying? You ain't providing at all for real. You just coming through, doing your thing when you catch her or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But bro, you still caught up. You still caught up. All I'm saying is, bro, the way that this culture laid out, where it's knock down every female you can catch, you know what I'm saying? Beef with every individual who look like you but ain't from your hood, you know what I'm saying? No real goals and aspirations. Promoting crime, like all that stuff, bro, it ain't nothing but deterrence from us being our best selves, bro. And once again, bro, when y'all hear me speak in this manner, don't get it twisted like I'm telling you to go be some damn Poindexter on Wall Street, bro. Be yourself, my dog. I'm telling you just to get some business about yourself. One thing about me, bro, like when people experience me, they gonna see the authenticity because I'm me. Don't get it twisted. I just own businesses now. You know what I'm saying? I executive direct organizations now. It's just different. I'm just into different legitimate business. That's it. So, you know, just something to think about.